Hello folks, how you doing? Hope you're all keeping well. Welcome to Martin's Kitchen up here in Ralstown. Lovely sunny day. The dish I'm going to do for you today maybe isn't for a sunny day. It's a soup, but I've had a few requests for it. Simple to do. I'll go through all the the instructions with you, and we'll get on the way. So I'll just wash my hands to begin with. So it's not a heavy soup, but it's nice, it's tasty. And then again, the weather is always good here, so anyway, what we've got here, it's going to be a red lentil chili and coriander soup. Firstly, every soup has got a base of core ingredients, and for this one here, and 99% of soups, you always need celery. Celery is always a good sort of base flavour. Leeks, onion, a few carrots in this, some chilli, and garlic, and that's it. So you need sort of garlic, the onion, the leek, the celery. They're sort of a good starting base. And then roughly proportion wise, for most soups, I always go with sort of equal quantities of those four ingredients, so roughly the same weight in carrots, leeks, celery and onions. And then if you were making a mushroom soup, just multiply it by 4, so 4 times that in mushrooms. Or if you were doing a carrot soup, do 4 times the carrots. If you're doing a broccoli soup or a cauliflower soup, so 1, 1, 1, 1 and 4. That's just a rough guide. So anyway, we'll get started here. So over here I've got a hot pan. I'm just going to put very little wee drizzle of olive oil and a tiny knob of butter, not a lot. I mean this will probably make 8-10 portions of soup. So while that's just melting, I'll turn it down a wee bit. We'll do the chopping. Onion, I'll say this is a real thing. You don't want any sophisticated chopping. Just this is a rough chop. It's going to be liquidized anyway. So just 1 medium-sized onion. Okay, that's the onion. Celery, it's always crucial in a soup. It's got a lovely, I don't know how you could describe it, it's a lovely watery, crisp flavour, but it's an essential. So again, just a rough cut again. So that's the onions and the celery. And again, leeks, another key base ingredient for it. Again, nothing fancy to cutting up. Just a rough chop. And these carrots, they've been washed because they're really good nick. They don't need peeling. Don't worry about peeling. 2 nice fresh carrots. Again, just cut them up into smallish pieces. I'm just going to go over and check the oil and just make sure it's not burning. That's just melting. Oh. Can those ones up. So a lot of places they'll say, do the onion first, do this second, do that. Listen, it's all going to go, sweating off for a good 20 minutes, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. And that's just coriander stalks there that have been left in the fridge. Just rather than throw them out, we might as well use them up. And again, the garlic, just a wee rough chop. Okay, so that's it. We'll take this all over to the thing. Okay, so that's in no particular order. That's the onion and the celery get in first. This is a crucial part of any soup, is sweating it down. You think colour is flavour, but you don't want to really take it too dark, but just get a nice brown, golden brown on there, and that's loads of flavour. So we've sweated that, and we'll sweat the onions, carrots, leeks, celery, garlic, all in there, and a wee small bit of oil and butter. So that's going to sweat for a good 15 minutes until it's really soft, just starting to colour, and that's where all the flavour is. So we'll come back to that in a wee bit, and then we'll put the red lentils in, because they don't need sweating down, they just need cooking out. Okay, we'll come back to you in a minute when this is all ready. Right, so all the vegetables are sweating down. That's probably close on 10 minutes now, so we'll just have a wee look at that in a minute. So a couple of ingredients I forgot. Tomato puree and chopped tomatoes. And then just when I was looking in the cupboard, this is a nice wee spice to go with it. Just ground cumin. Don't need it. It just gives it another wee sort of different depth of flavour. So we'll just have a wee look over here. And this, you know, it's almost reducing in size because all the natural sugars are starting to come out now. And that, you know, I'm going to give this probably another 5-10 minutes. And you'll see it again, it takes on a different, different complex. All those sugars are coming out, and that's the important thing for making soups. Sweat it down. A lot of people make the mistake of just putting all the vegetables in, adding your stock, and boiling it up and liquidising it. That's a soup, but this here is a very, very important stage. So we'll come back to that in another 5-10 minutes. Right folks, if you want to just have a look at this now, this has had close on 20 minutes just sweating off, and it has sort of got smaller, but that's good. That's all, it's just starting to brown in there. I don't know if you can see sort of colours of sort of onions are starting to brown, but that's what you want. Obviously don't let it go too dark, but all the flavours in there now. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add a wee sprinkling of cumin. Not a lot, just to give it probably 1/4 of a teaspoon. If it would come out. Let's try the other side. Yeah, that's probably enough. Give it another wee stir. And then we're going to add the tomato puree. Again, probably about a tablespoon of tomato puree. This just gives it a nice, deep, tomatoey, basey. It actually thickens it up as well, but the lentils, when they cook out, they thicken it up. And then in with the chopped tomatoes. I say this soup, you can make any soup from this base. They all start this off the same, and then you can sort of go out in different directions. So now I'm just going to add the lentils. Again, they didn't need to be sweated off. This is a 500 gram bag of lentils, red lentils. I'm only going to add 250. And that will make quite a bit. And then I'm just going to add some, probably 1.5 litres of boiling water. And again, this soup, the lentils thicken it. So there's no need for potatoes or flour. If you were doing another soup, a mushroom soup, it doesn't have a natural starch. So you do need, a potato, as something to thicken it. So, but we'll keep going back to that. We might have to add more water to it. It'll be fine. So anyway, we'll just season it up with just a bit of pepper and a salt. This salt here, to me, is the king of salts. Maldon salt. There is different, other different companies do it, obviously, but it's a fresh tasting salt. It's not your bitter salt. Your table salt. Yes, use your table salt for seasoning water and things like that. But this here, just sprinkled on top of a salad or in here, it's a lovely freshness to it, as opposed to the bitter salt. So just a good pinch of salt, and then a vegetable stock cube. Absolutely nothing wrong with them. Just crumble it in, and we'll turn that down. We'll turn it down quite low, and that'll probably take. Well, you'll know when it's ready when all the lentils have burst. because the vegetables are soft anyway now. So we'll cook that for maybe 15-20 minutes. We'll have a wee look at it halfway through just to make sure it's not caught or anything like that. Might need to add more water, but we'll come back to it shortly. Okay, thanks. Okay folks, the soup's had 20 minutes of cooking. If you just want to look at it, the red lentils, they've burst open. So that's when it's ready. Just they're really, really soft now. And that's it. Very, very simple. Very easy to make. So what we'll do now, and you're probably wondering where's the chilli and coriander. We're going to put that in now. And again, you don't need to put the coriander into it. Not everybody likes it. So what we're going to do, and because it's hot, you need to be very careful. I'll take a couple of ladlefuls. And I added a bit more water to that while it was cooking because it was going to be too thick when we liquidise it. So it's going to be a nice, vibrant colour, when we get it liquidised. Okay, so that's the. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to liquidise it, and it's going to be noisy. But for the last sort of 10 or 15 seconds of liquidising it, we're going to put in the chilli and coriander because we don't want that pureed in it. We just want sort of speckled colours to it. So I'll give it a small blast now. And excuse the noise. So, and I'll just say, because this is hot, a lot of blenders come with a wee sort of like a wee cup that sits in there. I wouldn't put that in. I would just put a cloth over the top because sometimes when all the hot steam is trapped, it has to escape somewhere and it'll come out and burn your hand. So if you just be very careful, put a cloth over it or a plate or something like that and just start to pulse it, just a couple of wee minutes to get it started. So I'm going to turn this on now. It will be noisy, but we'll get back to you. So we'll just give that sort of maybe 10-15 seconds. And it doesn't have to be pureed smooth, just a nice texture as well. Right, so that's sort of 10-15 seconds. And then the next bit is entirely up to yourself. Chilli. If you want a whole chilli, put a whole chilli in. If you don't. I'm just going to use the whole chilli, seeds and all. And this saves you chopping it. It just sort of pop it in. Again, one of my probably my favourite herb, coriander. And this is just some of the leaves and the stalks. So just pop that in, and you're not going to puree it down. You're just going to, you want to see the speckles of the chilli and the coriander in it. And that's it. If you want to look in there. Obviously I'm going to taste it, but you can see the chilli in there, the coriander in there. You could use parsley, you could use chives if you don't like the coriander. So we're just going to give it a wee taste. It definitely needs salt and pepper, definitely. A good grind of black pepper. And because that's 10 portions, it does need quite a bit of salt. So we're just going to pop it on one more time. Give it 2 seconds. And that's it. And I say this here, there's endless amount of soups you can make, but the core ingredients are generally the same. Your onion, your leek, your celery, your garlic. Then it takes it off in different variations of all. So you've mushroom, tomato, cauliflower, leek and potato, a slightly different sort of be equal quantities of leek and potato, but you still need your onion, your garlic, and the crucial thing is sweat it down. Really, really sweat because that's very important. So I say this is the chili and red lentil chili and coriander, and it's a lovely texture. Lovely texture. And some crusty bread in with that. I'm just going to taste it now. I've seasoned it up. That's horrible. I would love a chef to say that on TV one day. It's horrible. No, it's not. It's It really, really is tasty. You can taste the lentils, you can taste that wee bit of cumin that put in, sort of that Moroccan type lentil flavour. The chilli, it's not too hot. Half a chilli. Small bunch of coriander, but that's optional. And that's it. And look, 8 portions in there, another portion there. Sorry, maybe 6 there, another one there. So 8 portions out of that recipe. So give it a go, folks, and let me know how it goes. So that's your red lentil chili and coriander soup, and we'll get another wee video up for you soon. Okay, take care everybody, bye.